What's up, everybody? This is Jeffrey Lyles. You're listening to Lyles Movie Files. Shocks and surprise abound. The Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup. They did not choke. So this area, everybody is now a Washington Caps fan. Even people who've never watched hockey before have picked up red jerseys, red t-shirts. They're rocking red, saying all caps. Congratulations to all those Cap fans who suffered through all those losses to the Penguins. And for those newcomer bandwagon fans who just want to celebrate, this area finally has a winner. And I do not count the Ravens and their job Super Bowl win a few years back. What's up to the fellas? Chief, how you doing, man?
I am fantastic. I couldn't be better if I was better.
Nice. Jace, what's going on your neck of the woods in sunny, cool, balmy Maryland?
Wow. It's like super balmy. It's not like 1,000% humidity. It's awesome. Yeah, totally awesome.
It is. Javon King, what's shaking with you, man?
Man, I'm wonderful, man. I can't complain. Congratulations to the Washington Caps. Congratulations to all the fans, the true fans, like you said, of that franchise, and even the bandwagon fans. Because I guess when you're in this area, you don't have much to root for. You got teams that make it to the playoffs, but not much more. So to have a winner, I still don't know how to feel. Like I still feel like they're gonna lose. Either they won the championship, right, but they're gonna take the draft pick away from them or something. There's got to be an L in there somewhere for the Caps because I'm not used to this as a DC area sports fan. But give me some time; it'll wear off. I feel better about it. But other than that, great, solid.
Yeah, as a very modest Cap fan who just paid, we live by the Cap Center in Landover, so we would go occasionally to see him play. So, and I follow them enough to be disappointed every year when they would get bounced out by the Penguins. And I always use them, the Rangers, and the Kings on NHL. So I'm excited about this. And I'm not I haven't bought a jersey, a cup, or anything, but I'm feeling this because it's yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm appreciative. Go Caps, all Caps, etc. So right away, I just have to say I caught up because I was determined before this show to be ready to talk Supergirl. It is the lone show on the CW's schedule that started in October that is still going thanks to that extended hiatus thanks to Legends. This show defies the rules of gravity, space, and time, and its own show logic. And over the course of these 3 episodes, my expressions, my emotions range from, oh, that's curious, I think that's a bad idea, to all caps, WTH, what is this show doing to, this show is so ridiculous. It's like a show that's not just gone off the rails. It is the train that's falling on every piece of debris before crashing down below to the ravine and the lake. And then there's a big explosion and an Acme anvil lands on it. And Wile E. Coyote's like, that was messed up. That is Supergirl right now. It has no idea what it's doing. It's changing its own rules from episode to episode and within an episode. So in these last 3 episodes, Rain got defeated by the Super Cape Trick. Mon-El and Supergirl continued their wink-wink, not affair, even though they try so hard to do all these little things that kind of suggest to all the Mon-El, Kara shippers out there, yeah, we know they're together, keep waiting for it. The dude gives Kara his Legion ring because she should be the one that flies, not him, which made no sense. And we met up with Kara's mother, who's still alive in Argo City. Daddy's dead, of course. And Rain's 3 witches decide to come back to Earth, and they are raising Cain. And we had a ridiculous gun rights, gun advocacy episode that landed really flat. And John decided, because the DEO has been so effective in stopping everything before, he's banning guns in the DEO. And I didn't have a problem with that because the DEO can't stop me from coming in and raising havoc. So there's no need to arm those clowns anyway. And heat vision apparently works. An episode in the 10-minute mark of an episode, it is a grazing knockout blow by minute 15. Then minute 30, it's a kill shot, and then minute 45, it does not do anything but knock somebody out. So heat vision is real sketchy with how it works now. And yeah, Mon-El and Supergirl are breaking up a happy home. Nobody cares about poor Saturn Girl. And John and his daddy are sitting around trading memories while the world goes to the pits, much like the show. Jace, let's talk about everything, including Alex with her Super Trinity magic suit, which allows her to backflip off of a building, and her use of magnets and kryptonite bullets that don't work, and everything in between. What you got?
Oh, I'm so glad you caught up. Oh man, the gun rights episode. I'm like, okay, fine. All right. You guys are pretty incompetent that you guys didn't have in-house dude, but Wynn can magically come up with non-lethal weapons within a week. What the heck has this dude been doing around? Like playing Frogger on his computer? Like, come on.
Galaxy.
Yeah. It seemed like this season was paced well until we got to the last three. It's just been like they just keep throwing more stuff at us. It's like, what? Wait, what? Huh? I don't understand. I'm going to go with one of my favorite end of episodes. Like, somehow magically Mon-El and Kara know how to fly a spaceship of Martian design. Okay. But then magically, they don't think to lock the spaceship, put some keys, put a LoJack on that thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was straight out of Fear the Walking Dead. This is our ship, which allows us to get our boat, which allows us to get from place to place. Let's dock it and hope nobody comes and takes it. I mean, Kara's been paranoid all episode, but, well, I'm sure we can leave it here. No one will bother it.
I mean, at least had us. I mean, like, this was a world you didn't know where everything was, but yet you see who the people are. And Mon-El's like, Kara, you're just so much better than me. You should have this ring. I mean, you've been fighting heroes in the 31st century for like years, and she's been doing this for 3 years. So you should be better at this than her. But magically, you should have it. Go ahead,
you raise another good point. Maybe one of my favorite parts in all 3 episodes was how Alex and Allura were like, you've been a warrior all this time. She's been a warrior for 3 years. It's not like she's been fighting the good fight for a decade and some change. Also, does Supergirl remember she has a cousin who may be interested in learning that his aunt and other Kryptonians are alive?
Who? What?
Dude.
No. See, as I was telling Lonnie, once she starts going around Argo City, she's going to find Superman's been there for like a year and a half. Because obviously he's not on Earth. He doesn't hear about this whole world killer thing on, TV. Like from the Daily Planet, Catco, which is such a major news source. Yeah. So, beside the dude, where's my ship? Then, of course, Dad had to be dead because, let's be honest, there's just no room for any more male figures in this show. Next thing is, Kara and Mon-El suck. I mean, they are just the worst. Like, who is supposed to come out good in that? Like Saturn Girl, like, oh baby, like Lonnie said a couple weeks ago, oh baby, you go ahead and have your little whoring around time. It's okay. If you want to come back, that's cool. But if not, I understand. It's just like so ridiculous. Like, and in this last episode, I love her. What about that married chick? That was an arranged marriage. We threw that line away 3 weeks ago. Come on. It's like, oh well, I guess you got to get back to her. It's like, she's the worst. It's like, I mean, we remember that whole first part of the season, she got over him. Then now she's not. Okay, that's real. Oh gosh, and the rules of heat vision, that was just beautiful. I mean, the fact is like it's heat vision. Like we can't have heat vision. It either knocks somebody over like a bowling ball, or it grazes them and they're knocked over. How about if you got hit with like heat vision, you'd be burnt down to like a crisp to like let us know that, oh yeah, he's dead. Nah, that's just like having a smoking pile of ash would just be too much like special effects or something. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm glad Rain's back. Maybe that'll help some of this make a little more sense. And our hero once again, Lena and Sam, gonna save the day. I'm really happy about that. I'm sure they'll somehow have to give Supergirl the credit for it, but you know, all the smart marks, we know the truth. Hero, Lena, Sam. And as you said, if Alex decides to off Sam just to take her kid, I'm done with the show. So yeah, that's it.
Yo, but I loved how all of a sudden she's like, drinking. I know what I'll do. I'll adopt a kid. And she's so caught up in it that she's doing it at work. Let's not worry about anything going on bad here. I need to figure out where I can adopt a kid. She's like acting like adopting a kid is like Amazon. I need to just pick a kid and it'll get here. And
didn't you see the little website? You pick your kid, just like, oh, here's this one, here's that one.
Prime. Like, oh, okay. If I don't have Prime, I'll just have to make sure I have a kid that's over $25 so I can qualify for free shipping. Get out of here.
Honestly, I'm thinking Wim could come up with some magic weapon that makes a kid at this point. So I think she'll be okay.
I mean, hopefully it's more successful than the shield belt that only works if one person strikes you with Kryptonian heat vision. And what was he testing out against?
Okay, wait a minute. Can we also talk about the fact that Alex had a gun and shot the Kryptonian with a kryptonite bullet, and she just shakes it off?
No, she pulled it out like, get this off me.
Again, the theory of kryptonite is not like it's supposed to be basically like Thor's hammer dropped on your chest. But you can't just I just toss that away. But
Superman needed Miss Marker to escape the chain around his neck.
But they're women, so never mind. Oh my.
You're going to get in trouble. Let me switch the mic over to Chief. Chief, what do you think about everything that's gone down on Supergirl?
Gosh, this is getting harder to watch than Jesse Spano's Showgirls acting. It's just horrible, man. Where do I begin? Well, you guys left off with the kryptonite bullet, right?
Yeah. So
not only does she take the kryptonite, not only does she get rid of the kryptonite bullet was in her back. Now, I don't know about you guys, but how successful are you at taking things out your back? I mean, I don't even know if I'd be able to pull a splinter out of the middle of my back, let alone a bullet. So they're running around in a room of kryptonite. No one's affected. Let's even back up. So they were world killers, right? It was supposed to be 3 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the plan was for those 3 to destroy the Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that was the plan,
to make it more like Krypton.
Well, if that was the plan, then how did the other 3 witches seem like they had what they were doing was the plan all along? So
they were right? Magically get
it wasn't like it wasn't like they were like, yo, let's switch up. We got to switch up. They were like, yo, this is what we're doing. So the one witch gets caught. She's like, she's like, yeah, so and so is the boss, and everything isn't as it seems. And I'm like, damn, they didn't even press you out.
Exactly.
Like they literally didn't really. You standing there and you gave the whole everything up. Like I thought I was watching the first 48. Hey, you want to have a seat? Okay, it was JoJo. What happened was, I mean, she just came up with it, and I'm like, damn. I said, well, why is she telling everything You know what I mean? Then the next thing I know, it's frustrating. So now Krypton is survived. They're somehow the planet has exploded, and they've created in that explosion, they've created a glass top over a city to protect them from outer space. Like, how do you explode, hurtling hundreds of thousands of miles through space, and then build a city while doing so? All right. There's no Superman, true. The gun thing was stupid, but I was like, what? They're not like. Doesn't the DEO fight mostly super powered criminals anyways?
Right. Which their bullets never do anything.
Superpowered criminals were just going to stop in their tracks for the DEO now. Like, they're going to have a whistle like a security guard. Stop! So, that's happening. This world killer thing is irritating the hell out of me at this point, man. She's gone, she's back, she's gone again.
But look, why
listen,
it's
man,
like they let her out the hospital without checking to make sure, hey guys, let's do one more test just to make sure Rain's gone for good. Anybody want to check her blood, make sure she's okay? Well, she said she's fine, so I guess she's okay. Yeah, go on out.
Yeah. Oh, we saw her separate. All right, going home. Like, just a few episodes ago, she was trying to kill the little girl.
Right.
It wasn't like she was trying to take her and keep her to herself. She was literally trying to kill the little girl. It's Supergirl. I don't know, man. Supergirl has become. I think they just get in the room at some point and just be like, well, what we got today? What we got? I don't know, man. Let's put together something. Bring out the words and the animals, and then we'll just associate everybody pick a word, everybody pick an animal, and then we'll go from there. And everybody reaches into their jar. These people on this side has a word. This guy picks an animal to match that word, and that's where the storyline goes. Goat and shoes. All right. We'll work something around that. It's been the worst storyline, the worst baby blue heat vision. Baby blue heat vision. And what did the blood melt in her hand? Oh. Like, and then she cut herself with a regular knife?
Right.
So all the time, who knew that regular knives could kill Kryptonians? People have been shooting them all this time, and you can just stab one. Because she, you know what I mean? She just sliced her hand open, poured the blood into the cauldron or whatever to bring back. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this doesn't even make sense. And why is this thing still on? Why is it still on? And I'm not even talking about like series wise, but why have Flash ended 2 weeks ago?
At least 2 weeks ago. I feel like it's 3 now.
Why is Supergirl still on? Like, was there a snow day they got to make up for? Like, this should have ended like four episodes ago somehow. Even if they ended the season 4 episodes ago. I mean, this is crazy now. They're just playing with us now. You know what? We'll give the fans whatever. I feel like I'm in the middle of an X-Men movie. It doesn't have to make sense. They'll come and watch it anyway. So yeah, if you getting your Supergirl fix, man, yeah, it's not what you need. You're at that methadone clinic, not getting the full the full effect of what you need, man. Because this joint has been garbage. It's been garbage since the break, since maybe even before the break. And Supergirl had come at one point, had been showing potential. It had been showing some potential. We was like, yo, Supergirl's getting pretty good. And one of the writers listened to our show and went back and told the rest, and they got big heads or something, and they was like, yo, we're gonna mess this up. So apparently nobody's at the writing table sober anymore in there. I don't even want to watch it anymore, Jeff. I don't even want to watch it. And the only reason why I watched it is because you're like, yo, we got to talk about it. It was still 3 episodes on my DVR just sitting there. I did not want to watch Supergirl anymore. I was done. All right, I'm done ranting.
So Javon, that's why you got to watch it, man. It is high class entertainment.
Yeah, I'm understanding that I really need to catch up because this show seems like a comedy of errors. I mean, I watched that 2 episodes maybe a month ago now, and it's rough when you're coming in on a series in the middle of its run, especially when it's in the middle of its run during the middle of a season. Mm-hmm. But even then, watching what I watched, I kept thinking, this is absolute nonsense. Seriously, it's like a bunch of 12-year-olds sat around a writer's table and just said, you know what, wouldn't it be cool if? That's what the those watching those 2 episodes was like. I didn't understand much, but that's not because, okay, I've got such a gap of catching up to do. I mean, even if you would have watched, let's say this, if I were to turn on NCIS Cleveland right now, and LL Cool J and the guy from who I don't even know who's the opposite, the guy from Encino Man, are chasing a bad guy or whatever, I could follow the narrative of what's happening. I could follow the storyline because it's a pretty basic storyline. You know, the good guys are going to chase the bad guys in any given episode. You get that part of it. And whether it's NCIS, whether it's SVU, you may not be caught up on all the particulars because you don't watch the show frequently, but at least the episode is cohesive with, okay, there's a conflict and this is going to happen. They're going to chase a bad guy. They may not resolve it in the episode, but at least, okay, you understood what happened. With this show, it's what is going on at any given time. It's like, okay, well, why are they doing that? Or why is this happening? Why is the alien guy who could kill everybody in here moping? Like, why is he having an emotional Morrissey cloudy day? What's going on? I really need to catch up because those are the questions I'm going to have, even more so as I get through, let's say, season 1, 2, and now what is this, 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as I progress through the seasons, yeah, I'm going to have some questions, and I'm probably going to be as pissed off, if not more so, than all of you guys.
Hey, man, I think you need to join in, come on in with the fun, because this is one of those shows that's not just been bad, it's been befuddling. And you really just need to take it all in, have a brew, your favorite beverage, whatever, maybe some chips, and just sit back and let your brain do a Cirque du Soleil contortionist routine as it tries to make sense of everything.
I'm going to take it all in.
And then
I'm going to confuse myself. I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah, and then come back here and talk, because it's a safe space.
Very
definitely
safe
am. Don't worry.
Okay, so the big news for today is Comcast is trying to throw all of its monkey wrenches into Disney getting that Fox deal. So basically, they've put in a bid of 19% more than what Disney's opening bid was, and so now the ball is in Fox's court to be like, okay, Disney, you gonna go a little bit higher, or Disney's just gonna go, we're going to go to infinity and beyond with our bid, like that. So, fellas, what do you think about this? Is Fox going to end up in Comcast? So we're going to see glitchy Fantastic Four and X-Men movies with poor service and poor customer satisfaction. How bad would this be if Disney does not get... Now, I don't really care about anything else. I'm talking specifically the Marvel franchises that are in Fox's control. The X-Men, Fantastic Four, Deadpool, etc. Jace, what do you think about this?
this is now just starting. It's not a nice consumer-based pissing contest. It's really just it's now just like really just like it's literally to get that. If they were trying to get it like say a Fox streaming service like Disney is basically trying to do, like okay, but I mean like I'm sorry, Comcast is trying to do. But now it's just really about like pissing, just like hey, we just need to suck up as much content as possible, and I don't think they have any intention. Like if they were to do that, they would do anything for their fans. They would literally be like, nope, we're gonna make crappy Fantastic Four movies every year just so Marvel can't ever get them. So I mean Disney, unless Disney wants to pay us another ransom to license them out. And then no, I just think that's real. I really think that's annoying. As we all think, most of us all hate Comcast as a service, and I'm sure, and I'm sure the shareholders are like, wait, is this really worth this amount of money, or is it just an? I mean, like you say, yeah, you get The Simpsons, you get like Years of The Simpsons. I'm sure there's other Fox programs that I don't really remember, but it's just like, just let the movies go. Like, just like, I don't care. Talk to the DOJ and just say, hey, y'all can get all these other properties, but the Marvel stuff goes back with Disney. Like, if they did that, I'd be fine with them. Let them have that stuff. But that Marvel carve-out just needs to go. I mean, I'm just really stupid annoyed with this because I've been like following this for way too long. I'm like, Disney, can you just outbid them and just get this done with? Because of this, we don't have the Fantastic Four like making a cameo in Avengers 4. But now you're just trying to piss us off making like bad Comcast versions of these characters. And that's just going to suck. So I'm hoping Disney talks to its shareholders, comes up with a couple extra $1 billion. And if they want to ship some my way, I'm okay with that too.
Chief, what do you think?
I think that I would hate Comcast to get a hold of it. Infinity. By the way, I got your Infinity joke.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I would hate to, their service sucks. So, I take your service as a do your movies. I think, and the Marvel franchise, not the Marvel franchise, X-Men franchise could be so much better. I think if Disney got a hold of it. Now, even if the people who did Deadpool, if they made X-Men similar to that, maybe the argument wouldn't be there for me. Because Deadpool's, the movies are pretty decent. Maybe if they did a violent version of the X-Men. And I'm not saying, that fourth wall that he breaks and all that. I'm just saying, like, the X-Men are, like, sort of like how Logan was. Just a violent version of that comic. It may do better. I mean, of course, the storyline's got to get better. They've got to get better writers. But I don't like. I want Disney to get it. I want to see better X-Men movies. I want to get excited about an X-Men movie. I want to get excited going to see Wolverine and you don't even, matter of fact, I just like, even with the X-Men now, like Wolverine's some old guy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like they've got to do better, man. And I don't know, Comcast, Infinity, whatever we want to call them. I don't know if they're going to take it to that level. I mean, what movies have they made that are great? Let's start there. Does anyone know? Like, what are their movies that you say, oh, that was an Infinity movie?
They don't have anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let me ask you guys. You guys know me. We hang out. We celebrate birthdays. We talk. are any of you interested in seeing a movie that I put together? Honestly, because you know it's gonna be garbage. You know it's gonna be garbage, and that's the same way I feel like about Xfinity. I'm like, it's gonna be a garbage movie. Give it to Disney. Let them produce good X-Men shows for the next, millennia or whatever. And Xfinity, you jump into something a little smaller. Maybe you start making your own movies like Netflix, and then once you get a good thing going, maybe you can start doing movies. But the X-Men franchise, man, that's an important piece of that cookie, and it's not being done well now. But if there's a chance that they could take it, you know what I mean, instead of just making a cash grab, if they could chance they can take it to a better level, and we can get better X-Men movies. That's just exciting in itself. Like, really wanting to go see an X-Men movie. Like, I don't think I even went to the movies to see the last two. I think that was, when it came on cables when I caught them. And I don't even know if I still saw the end of the Apocalypse one.
It's a big weekend at the box office. We've got Incredibles 2, Tag, and Superfly. Which of these three movies has you most excited and would have you most interested in going to the movies this weekend? Chief, let's start with you.
Probably Incredibles. I love the first one. This is another example of though, like, why did they take so long to make a part two? The first one was really good. I said, shoot, I was like, well, in a year or two they'll have the second one, and then here, how long has it been since the first one dropped now?
14 years.
14 years. Like, yo, like, there's kids out there who literally never even saw the first one. You know what I mean? Like this is the new one to them. I'm like, yo, we should be on Incredible 6 now in 14 years. I don't get that. I don't get that about like, what the hell have y'all, like, it's not we haven't even been getting a lot of original movies, right? Most of the movies we get right nowadays are something that's been recycled or something from something. But The Incredibles was a movie where you could have done a whole bunch of sequels behind it already. Like, I never understood, like, I think Wreck-It Ralph is coming back out. I don't know if any of y'all started watching Wreck-It Ralph, but the first one was good. Why so, like, I don't understand why so long between these. What happens in these studios where they have a good movie and it takes so long to get a sweet sequel from a really good movie? Like, okay, if you took 2-3 years to put out a sequel, I'm fine with that. 14 years later, come on, man. I'm in my 20s again, just about. 14 years from now. You know what I mean? like, oh, that's a long time. So I don't understand. I don't understand that happens. I mean, hell, we was getting a crappy Jason movie every 6 months. But and they'll throw a crappy. How many Saws have we had?
7.
Yeah, there's been a lot of those. I mean, all I'm saying is they'll throw a crappy movie at you, because Saw stopped being good after the second or third one. But they keep making them. Whereas The Incredibles, Wreck-It Ralph, these type things, and if I think long enough, I can think of probably a few other movies that it takes forever to come out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Hell. And like I said, they're even doing a Mary Poppins remake, I heard. So, well, but I'm saying, my thing is, so all this time, we've been sitting here, and just now, I don't get it. So I'm looking forward to it, but I just don't. I mean, how long before the next one? Will I be dead before Incredibles 3 comes out? I don't get to see Incredibles 3? You know what I mean? Like, I won't get to see it.
Sorry, Chief. You're gonna miss it, buddy. They have to will you into the theater to see it. All right, Javon, what do you think about Superfly?
Like, he looked like the cover of the Compositions album. He look. I'm not just going off that because Ron O'Neal's here but that was the '70s, right? Everybody was wearing either press jag, whatever, or afros, or what have you. He was a pimp. I get it, but I don't understand why he looks like Candy Burris with a beard. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not just focusing on the hair, y'all. It's off-putting for me to see a man with that kind of coif as an action hero. We didn't need Superfly because I'll tell you this: its target demographic has no idea what Superfly. Maybe a few of them do, but it's not like in the 90s when most of us were in our teens and 20s, and the 70s were our 20 years ago throwback old school generation. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Same way in the O's, the 80s were the throwback. It's in 20-year cycles. Like now, everything's 90s, 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 right? Mm-hmm. You're talking about the 70s. This is a movie that's a remake of a 70s classic that really kicked off the blaxploitation genre. Modernizing it and giving it the new swag or wavy, whatever the kids say things are these days. Is not. I don't know. Just it doesn't look entertaining. Nothing about it grabs me because all the action, all they got like 3 trailers floating out there, and the final one is out because I think the film comes out Friday or something, or it's out now. I don't know.
Friday.
Friday. So the final trailer's out. I look at this, the trailers for that movie, and it's every action scene that you've seen over the last 15 years. Take your pick of movie. Guns, car chase, intense action sequence, Mexican standoff. You know, it's everything that you've already seen, just with a guy with a hairstyle like a 20-year-old black woman. It doesn't move me to go see it because, like I said, it's nothing original about it. It's just cashing in on a long, outdated property. Because if you would have redid Superfly, let's say 1995, and put Lorenz Tate in it, or 96, hot off of his Dead Presidents and Menace to Society and Love Jones and all that shit, if you'd have put it out like then yeah, I probably would have been stoked. But in 2018, nah. And I can't think if the kids would. I just don't know. I don't think the kids are hot on seeing it. I think they'd be lukewarm. I don't know. Just because it's a blackface don't mean it's going to do great. You know, they might pass on it to go see, well, who knows, God knows whatever's coming out, you know. I don't know. Don't take it from me. But, yeah, I don't think much about the movie. It's out. That's it. I'm not going to go see it, and I'll probably never watch it on cable. Because the moment I see that hair, I'm turning. Sorry.
All right, Jace. That leaves you a tag.
Does it?
It does.
I really think if I got the option, I would rather take my dad to see Incredibles 2 versus seeing Tag.
Not it, huh, Jason?
Yeah. And I like the actors in there, but yeah, I can hem and haw like for 5 to 10 minutes on that, but yeah, that's not gonna get my money. No, I'm good.
All right. Okay. All right. So one of the things that Javon mentioned last week was who brings people to the theaters. Like, who do you want to see in theaters? And we decided to take a look at the people that Hollywood really did their darndest to try to push to make us feel we're actual genuine movie stars who we would pay to see every film that they released. So I asked the fellas to come up with a list of guys or gals who Hollywood tried to push, but for whatever reason just did not work. I'm going to lead off because I was able to come up with a few good names, and some pretty interesting folks. So I'm just going to go with one, and we're just going to keep going back and forth like that. Mine is probably the first one is Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell is one of those dudes who has the look. He's been in good movies, but he is not that guy who is headlining every quality film over the last 20 years like I would have expected. When he just came out guns blazing, he was in films like SWAT, and he was really poised to be that next dude. Like, he was next to Al Pacino in The Recruit, held his own. And then it was just like, wow, okay, he's going to star in this Alexander film. That went nowhere. And then Miami Vice, for whatever reason, didn't work either. And he's been in good movies since then. He's done good work. He's been in like films like Horrible Bosses, but he's never been that headliner. I mean, geez, not even like a Ben Affleck, who's been able to hold and carry some films. Maybe they weren't mega blockbusters, but he's not even on that Ben Affleck level where they've kept putting him as the face and headliner to films. Colin Farrell will probably kill to have Ben Affleck's career at this point, and he's just that dude who's never going to be that big time star, and he's going to be like, oh man, Colin Farrell's in this, that's cool, but not like, why isn't he working? He is like Robert Downey Jr. right at his Ally McBeal phase, where this looks like this is about the best that he's going to do, and he's a really talented actor, but that's it. So he's my first choice. Chief, how about you? Who's your first?
Tom Cruise. Oh wait, no.
Definitely doesn't.
Spanish Cruise.
I'm gonna go with, and I can't. Right. I don't remember if I'm saying his last name correctly. I want to say Sam Worthington.
Yes. Yeah.
He did the Clash of the Titan movies.
Yep.
And I thought he was gonna be bigger than what he was. So that's my first choice. Like he starred in a couple of movies, but he's not really your headliner. You know what I mean? Like nobody's running to, oh, I gotta see the new, his new movie. You know what I mean? So that's my first choice. Huh?
Yeah, and he was in Avatar, and he was definitely he's about to break through, and then it just stopped.
Terminator Salvation.
Just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in some movies, but like I said, he's not your, that's, if you think of your stars, that's not one of them. So, yeah, that's my first choice.
Good one. Javon, who you got?
My first choice is Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett kind of started out in a good spot. We went from TV to film, and I remember in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, he was in. Wasn't he in Scream? One of the Screams?
No.
Like
he was in The Faculty.
No, okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
The Faculty. He was in The Faculty with Usher. He was in O with what's his name, Mekhi Phifer. He was
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down. That's when it started to really pick up. Then he got like that couple starring vehicles.
Pearl Harbor.
The one with Pearl Harbor. Then he was in with Harrison Ford.
Lucky Number
Hollywood
11.
Homicide.
No.
Hollywood. He was my favorite.
Hollywood Homicide.
Hollywood Homicide.
Yeah, he's a cop. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the rookie cop to Harrison Ford's spec.
Then he had that movie with Shannon Salzman where he had to refrain from sex for like 30 days. That's my favorite Josh Hartnett movie.
40 Nights.
Yeah, 40 Days and 40 Nights. Then after that, Chief, you never saw him again.
Lucky Number 11.
Lucky Number 11, but that's been, 12 years or 11 years now?
Well, and then he also was in 30 Days and Nights.
Yeah, 30 Days of the Vampire movie.
He's quietly been in some good movies, but I feel like you're right. He is not kind of broken through, but he's been good in movies.
He's been good in movies. The only thing is, like, when I looked at his filmography going, let's say after, I'm going to look it up real quick. After, Town & Country.
He's right, though, because Josh Hartnett disappeared for a while.
He did. He was in the Black Delilah.
He did, and then he popped up in Penny Dreadful.
Yeah,
Right.
He had been missing for a minute.
Like, dudes, y'all go look up his filmography after 2007. It is a boneyard of what is this? Really, it's a boneyard. It's a lot of what do you call them, Jeff? Direct to video on demand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
With
lot of
the
video
Black
on
Dahlia.
demand. Yeah, that was the last thing. No, I'm sorry. Is it 30 Days of Night? Was like the last thing, and then Black Dahlia was the last thing he would end that was like really big budget Hollywood productions. The rest of this is video on demand.
You gotta get that money when you can. All right, Jace.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm gonna go with my first one. Guy saw him a lot. He was coming big off that that '70s show. I'm talking about the man. You miss him, you love him. Topher Grace. For a second, he came out of the '70s show thinking it was going to be real good, and Hollywood was trying to throw him in some stuff. They threw him in that great, excellent movie that really like revolutionized the Marvel movies, Spider-Man 3. Yeah, but it was one of those. His agent did a good job, but it just did not. It didn't work out for him. I'm sure he's probably doing better than me right now, but he didn't make that mark that he probably thought he could have.
Not a bad choice. Jace, I'm gonna go with somebody that's probably gonna hurt your heart. Brandon Roth. This dude seemed like he was really about to be a star. He got the big role in Superman Returns, and through absolutely no fault of his own, he did an outstanding Christopher Reeve impression, and he was really good in a mediocre so-so movie. And as a result, he took the hit. He never really got another chance to be the big star of the film. He had that quick cameo in Scott Pilgrim, and I can't think of another film where he was anywhere close to being the headliner. He's had this career renaissance. Huh?
It was a zombie movie he was a star in. He actually was in Chuck for a while. He was actually I was like, I'm glad to see Brandon's in something.
But I mean, that's a TV show. I mean, you start off as Superman. You should be a little bit further along. You should be more than a guest spot on Chuck.
Yeah, you should be like trying to Christopher Reeves like arc, starting off like as a nobody, but then you become that guy.
But a quick question: Christopher Reeve did Superman, but after that he was doing the TV movies, and we talking about during the '80s. In between,
Reeve also did more than one Superman movie. When you think of Superman, you still think of him, yeah.
You still think of Superman Reeve. You still think of Christopher Reeve.
Right. So he's Superman.
Other than that, but that's the thing. Other than that, he really didn't. Nobody remembers his other work like that.
Do you remember Do you remember all of Mark Hamill's work?
I know he's a Joker outside of that. I mean, but he's worked outside of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Christopher Reeve did work outside of it, but I don't know. He's always going to be Superman.
Hey, Jace, that's a good point, man. What has Mark Hamill been up to on the big screen?
I'm just saying besides Star Wars.
No. I mean, it's been a while since Return of the Jedi. They're going to put him back?
I need to tell you this. He did a great cameo in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. But then I don't think he's been in anything else after that.
That's too bad, man. I really like this. You know what would be cool is if he was able to be Luke Skywalker in something again.
Wait, just hold on. I just saw this. They released 2 new Star Wars movies.
What?
I know you must have missed them, but they actually made them.
No,
they really did.
No.
That's so weird.
I didn't hear anything about it.
Man. Wow.
I know.
Okay. Huh. That's crazy.
Maybe they just released them in China. I don't know. I don't remember seeing anything about it. Yeah.
Real possible. Chief, what's your next one?
I'm gonna say my other guy is is Gerard Butler. Now, again, another dude who he does movies, but it's no movie like he's had, and he did with 300. But I think he did a whack-ass vampire movie. Right? Am I correct? Right? He was a vampire, right?
Yeah.
And then they try to push him into, like he was a bounty hunter. I never saw the movie, but I remember the trailer for it. I didn't see that. He was he was some kind of avatar for a gamer or something. I didn't see that
called
movie.
Gamer.
Oh God, yeah.
Hey, London is Fallen isn't horrible.
It's not good either.
Yeah, you sound like my man from Pootie Tang. Oh, that sucks. And it wasn't no good. I just said that. So Gerard Butler, man. I mean, they try to push him out there. They try to give him, hey, man, come see Gerard Butler's films. But we don't. I mean, I think he was in a film with Jamie Foxx. I didn't see that.
Law-abiding citizen.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they're putting him out there. There's nobody, I don't think anybody views him in that manner to go see his movies. So that would be my second pick, Gerard Butler. May or may not disagree, but it is what it is. I'm like, hey, this dude here, man, I don't, I see a Gerard Butler movie, I usually turn.
No, you spot on.
But they're out there.
They ain't gonna put no big budget behind him no more.
I usually turn. I'm like, yeah, all right. And not to say, like I said, 300 was a great movie. I love 300. But if that's the bulk of his work, that's his greatest movie. The rest of the movies, what's greater? What movie was his that was greater? And what movie? I mean, hell, I remember I guess I was in my 20s. I remember that every summer there was going to be a Will Smith movie coming out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go see it. Vin Diesel, so on and so forth. Those people, But yeah, my man, I just never caught on to the Gerard Butler thing, and apparently nobody else. So that's my second pick.
All right, Jace, who's yours?
Okay. I have another person started off as from TV fame. Looked like they were about to conquer the big screen. They were in any movie you could think of. Then I guess she kind of pissed off everybody in Hollywood, or her mom did. But I'm going to go with Ms. Katherine Heigl.
Mm.
Good.
Katherine, like she was about to be a rocket star. And then, I mean, she's been in a crud load of movies. I mean, I thought she was really good in, what was it, that Seth Rogen movie? She's Knocked Up. And there was parts I didn't want to see, but, she just looked like she was ready to go. And then all of a sudden, I guess she just got blackballed or something. And they just like, nah, she's done. She's done here. And she just did not reach the height she probably could have. So that's my next one.
She's a very good pick. I think her personality rubbed the audiences the wrong way. And I think that's one of those rare cases where people just kind of saw through her like, ugh, I don't like her. And just were like, we're not going to see her movies. Like, she can't do that Hollywood face where she's making the circuits and people are like, oh, she's so charming and witty. I'll go pay to see her movie. It's like, nope, we're good.
Yeah, it's like she's like the opposite of the anti-Jennifer Lawrence. It's like, oh, no. It's like, no, she's not the one falling down. Like, no, she's not somebody I want to talk to. Ooh. If she's out in public, she's like, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, she's not the one.
Yeah, so.
All right, Javon, what you got?
Skeet Ulrich. Because Skeet Ulrich was a name that you heard a lot in the early 2000s, late 90s. And he's the guy I was thinking about from, what do you call it? Scream. Yeah. He had a couple, like the Newton Boys. I like the Newton Boys because it was fun. And I think wasn't Colin Farrell on that? Could be wrong.
Maybe.
No, McConaughey. One of them two were in that movie. I think it was McConaughey. Yeah, he had a couple other movies. He had something else like I think it was in Reindeer Games with Affleck. He had a couple other. They were trying to push him as the next action star, but he never took off. I guess because wow, at that time The Matrix had come out. I'm trying to think who else may have stole his thunder in the early 2000s, late 90s as an action star, not named Will Smith. Like another white guy who was a face that they were trying to pump, and he took Affleck. Yeah. I mean, Skeet was in some movies. None of them were great, but they just kept putting him in these action movies, hoping they would stick. But he never got his steam. Never caught on. They put him in stuff. Nothing was like huge budget, but I don't know. They figured he was enough of a face. The chicks would come out to see him, and he was a strong performer. The guys would want to see his movies, but he never had like that breakout movie that put him over the top. And I don't know, like everybody we've named on this list, on the exception of Katherine Heigl, because I think her story was she was just a bitch, right? I mean, all of these actors we named, they got a push. They got roles. They got movies that they could sink their teeth into, and the studio got behind them and promoted them. It's just the public didn't respond for whatever reason. Sometimes I guess that just happens.
Yep. Let's see. Chief, what's your next one?
I'm gonna go with, and I may be, this is another one that's maybe y'all might find, but Daniel Radcliffe, like he did his Harry Potter movies, and then after Harry Potter, they tried to give him all these gigs. Lady in Black. He was in quite a few movies. I never saw any of them. I had if he hadn't done the Harry Potter thing, you know what I mean? Like that's it. So he did the Harry Potter, but you can't really count Harry Potter because he came in as a child. So all his work after Harry Potter, like he never, you know what I mean? Like you went to see Harry Potter because of what Harry Potter was, but you've never gone to a Daniel Radcliffe movie because it was Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know if any of you have seen a Daniel Radcliffe movie. I have not, other than the Harry Potter series.
And he certainly has had chances. He was in Victor Frankenstein with James McAvoy, Horns, What If, Kill Your Darlings. What else?
You're just saying words now. I have no idea what any of that is.
Now You See Me Too?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I did see that, but I didn't go to see him. I went to see because Now You See Me 1 was good.
That sequel was not good. There was no magic in that one.
The sequel was bad.
It was.
The first one was good though.
It's like always leave them wanting more, and sometimes you don't have to come back. My next one is Miles Teller, because I think this is one of their new guys that they have tried and crapped out a couple times. And I think, he was in Whiplash, and that was going to be the real big, we're going to push him. He was in, and he was, like sometimes there's that young adult series that they think is going to take off and be a real big one. And I think he took a hit from being in the Divergent series because that was so poorly received. It didn't even get his third film in theaters. So he took a hit for that. He did War Dogs with Jonah Hill. That was kind of whatever. And then he was also front and center of that Fantastic Four debacle. That latest reboot of Fantastic Four from Fox that sucked. So they have tried with him, and he's been in a lot of films, but I feel like he is definitely one of those dudes who is just never going to make it over to that superstar level. And up next for him is Too Old to Die Young, a TV series, which is probably the indicator that his star is fading. So that's it for him. Jace, how about you?
I'm gonna go with his co-star to the Divergent series, Selena Woodley. She was actually up for Mary Jane at one point, but then that kind of fizzled, and then she thought she was gonna get the next Hunger Games, and that unlike what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence, I guess she wasn't as big a draw to everybody, and I don't know if the Divergent series just wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but that star kind of faded, sadly for her, really quickly. But she seemed like they were giving her a nice little push, and then it's just like, oh, we got the next vehicle for you, baby. We got it for you. And then after everyone saw Divergent, like, yeah, we might have missed this one. Sorry, baby. We'll get them next time. Yeah, so yeah, that's my next one.
She is going to be starring, or is currently in theaters, Adrift with Sam Claflin from the Hunger Games, but she is also in a TV show, Big Little Lies, which apparently does pretty well. It's popular in some circles, but yeah. I always feel like if you're young and you start making a transition to TV shows, something's up with you or your agent, and you need to get that fixed.
You know, the funny is, like, I actually really did a list, and sadly, a lot of the top 500 grossing actors or actresses, a lot of the ones that actually fell off were actresses. I mean, like, I'm not going to go through the rest of my list, but it's just like Hollywood kind of just like gets those ladies and just like, all right, if all you have to do is have a bad movie or just somebody catches you in a bad Instagram post, your career is just done. You're hoping you can get that next TV role. So I mean, that's kind of crappy in Hollywood, but maybe that's on us for not supporting them, or they just could pick better movies. Who knows?
You raise an interesting point, because it's like, if a Hollywood actress starts off in her late teens, you've got to get real lucky and pick the right films, like a Anne Hathaway, Jennifer Lawrence, and be talented, which, of course goes without saying. Or you have to kind of wait till you're in your mid-20s, where you're still attractive, it's your, like, the peak of your attractiveness, and you manage to go through, pick the right films. Maybe you're the girlfriend, because it doesn't really seem like they're down with leads outside of Lawrence and Hathaway, or you're married in a Hollywood royalty like Kate Hudson, and keep picking those right films. And then you hope to make it through to your 30s, where you're still relevant, and then you can have like a Sandra Bullock career, where you just keep staying in them films, not necessarily having a bunch of breakouts, but you're still, like, you can get your Miss Congeniality, your Gravity, and your Heat, and you can go on to Oceans while you're in your 40s. But it's this real tricky thing, where it's like the teen actresses who start off, they have a much harder road than those who start off a little bit later.
It's like the girls from Modern Family. I almost feel for them. It's like they probably should have, like, okay, when we hit 25, we got to go.
Bro, it's a wrap. They should have left that show 4 years ago. Because I'm going to tell you something. The little one with the glasses, the little one with the cute face, she suffers from white lady mailbox body. She's over. If she's one meat lover's pizza away from looking like, what's my man, Jonah Hill. She's finished.
No.
You're wrong.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut you down on that. No.
Yeah. Okay. Look at her.
Like,
look at her.
Look on whatchamacallit. She doesn't look like
white lady.
Saying some girl looks like Jonah Hill. It's like, no. Come on.
Dude, she is a meat lover's pizza and a baby away from looking like Jonah Hill.
Incorrect.
Okay. All right, take a look at her. She's 18 years old with a box body. Take a look at her. Don't just look at the front of her. Look at all of her body, the dimensions of her. Look at her. I know what you guys are looking at.
Her eyes and her glasses. Javon, who's your next one?
My next one is A Tale of Two Tailors. Taylor, what's my man? Taylor Kitsch from, what do you call it? Friday Night Lights, the
Yeah.
show, and Taylor Lautner, because both of these young guys at the same time were in big movies. They were getting big pushes from Hollywood. Now you don't even see them. You don't even see either one of these guys like that no more. Taylor Lautner, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what roles he's getting offered. I haven't seen him in anything since a direct-to-Netflix turd that Adam Sandler farted out last year. It was like a really poor man's version of Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
So it was basically Adam Sandler's Blazing Saddles is what it was.
He was in
that.
Scream Queens, which was a great show. If you didn't see it, but it was great. He was
so
funny.
Great that it's not on TV 2 years into its run.
Man, that was one of those shows where you just had to appreciate it for what it was. And I don't think Fox has the patience. Did you watch it? It was
I watched 2 episodes. It was right.
Oh, you should have watched that. First season was great.
It was right.
Oh, I mean, honestly, if you got Hulu, like, that's one to just watch. It's hilarious.
It was alright.
What's her name? Whatever the lead.
Emma Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was hilarious. Like, she was so unlikable. It was perfect.
No, she was the reason for watching. I don't know how much of a what she was. But yeah, it's one of those shows that, just didn't catch on. They I don't know, it was like the first season got shown a lot of love, by the second season people were over it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happens with that. But that's kind of the Fox mantra. It's like they'll have a hit for 2 or 3 seasons and then it just falls off the table. It's like Glee or anything that was a major hit on Fox. If it's not 90210 or Melrose or Party of Five, it's been like a hit for 2 years and then it's on Friday night now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at Gotham,
Right. Hey.
But yeah, the two Taylors, man, they got a big push behind them. And Taylor Kitsch was in some pretty big movies, or at least more movies that were given big budgets. Like, what was the name of that? John Carter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I like John Carter. I have a
It
real
wasn't see, the thing about it was like Percy, what was my man? Percy Jackson. And the thing about Percy Jackson and the Olympians, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Is that it sounds like a 50s doo-wop group. They should have changed the name. It was like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, on Stax Records, LP 45. They should have changed the name of that movie because that just did not incentivize anybody to go see it. But it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. Same with John Carter. It was good. I was like, what's everybody complaining about? It was decent. You'll watch it.
Yeah,
nobody knew what John Carter was. That was the biggest problem with John Carter. Because, like, if you saw it on cable, you're like, oh, this isn't a bad movie. But when they tried to throw it in theaters, it was just like, all right, what am I going to see?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know either. Well, give me a reason to spend my money. Like, is this a hero doing something? Like, even the corny sounding name, John Carpenter Saves the World, would have been like, okay, I at least know I got something that he's going to be a hero. All right, okay, let's go. But they did not do that for us.
Yeah, so, and he was in Battleship, which sucked. He was the exact opposite of John Carter. And he was in there with Rihanna, and Rihanna's still working because she's Rihanna, and he is
she's Rihanna.
Yeah, and gosh, that movie was terrible. And it was one of those where it was a bad idea, and the film was even worse. Yeah, so that was that. Chief, how about you?
Nathan, is it Fillion?
Yeah,
he was in Serenity and what's the movie with the things from outer space? Slither.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought his career was going to be bigger than it was too. I mean, he's funny as hell to me because I dig his dry sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what he does now. He just faded in the background. He had a television show too, right? Wasn't he doing something on TV? at one
Castle.
point in time.
The Rookie's going to be on next,
Yeah.
coming out in the fall.
And
Yeah, he stays
yeah,
working.
so
DC
yeah,
always
but
has voices
he's
that can
not.
work for him.
He's not yes, true with the superhero stuff, but he's not as big as I thought he would be. You know what I mean? He's not one of those faces that you see on the red carpet at all.
Hey, Chief, do you remember Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place?
Wow, yeah.
Two guys, a girl in a pizza place.
Yeah. It was him, Ryan Reynolds, and two other people. But it was funny. It was on ABC. It was good. Ryan Reynolds was so good on that show. It was like, oh, he is going to be a star. When you watch it, it was like, oh, he's clearly not going to be here. It was one of those things where it was like, yep, he's the guy. And once he leaves, this show's going to go in the toilet. But Nathan Fillion was playing like the boyfriend of the girl at the pizza place, and he was funny. And he was like that regular, straight up dude where the rest of them were kind of jokey. And he was the one who was like, okay, I could see him doing stuff too. So it's funny that of that show, they were the ones that kind of broke through. But yeah. But it was good. If you can track it down, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, I tried to check it out.
Let's see. Javon, how about you? You got another one?
Another one. Well, I didn't mention any of the ladies. I mentioned Kate Hudson. I thought she was going to be huge, but there was nothing after a few movies. After Almost Famous, she was in what? I don't remember a lot of the movies she was in, dog. I don't.
To lose a guy in 40 days or 10 days.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah, How to Lose a Guy, stuff like that. She never had that like her mom, right? Goldie Hawn was a killer in the 80s, man. Like, between 79 and 88, she was in movies that we'll still watch to this day. And some of the films that she was in still could get remade today. Like, they could remake Private Benjamin right now, and I go see it.
With Kate Hudson.
With Kate Hudson, or what's her name? Anna Faris. I think Anna Faris probably stole a little bit of her thunder, too.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, like if they put Anna Faris in a Private Benjamin, I'm there, dude. I'll watch her. I'll watch her because she's funny.
She is. She's very funny.
Yeah, she's funny. But Kate Hudson, I thought she was going to be much bigger than she is, especially with her parents. It's like, what the hell, you know? Well, Kurt, what's my man's name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. He's not her blood dad. He's stepfather, right? Yeah.
I think he's her father, but they're not married.
Yeah, they were living in a long-term relationship. That's why he didn't.
Okay.
Okay, Javon, are you telling me you didn't see Deepwater Horizon?
The hell is that?
I just wanted to get Jeff riled up because he saw it.
Trash. Straight trash.
Deepwater. What was it? What was it?
It was a disaster movie based on the Deepwater Horizon accident.
With your boy Mark Wahlberg.
It had
yeah. I told you how I feel about Mark Wahlberg movies.
It's like, yeah, that was. Honestly, I love the stunt casting in that because it was like Mark Wahlberg and the dude.
Gosh.
Oh, that was great.
Dude, so they showed the real cast with the movie cast. I mean, they showed the real people with the cast of the movie, and the dude they got for Mark Wahlberg is so off base. It'd have been like me playing The Rock in a movie. You kidding? It's absurd. It's like, This guy was like, yes, Mark Wahlberg can play me. What? Come on, dude.
Really?
Jeez.
It
was awful.
If you could watch the last 5 minutes, it was a bad situation, but like the last 5 minutes, you're like, what? Oh, come on.
No.
Like, if you could fantasy cast the dude playing you in a movie, that was it. Yes, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I think Denzel's a good likeness for me.
20-year-old Denzel, holy. It's like,
dude, 56-year-old Denzel.
Hey.
Yeah, I think Idris Elba can work for me.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
I mean,
anyway, don't see that movie, Javon.
Jeff,
I'll find some screen caps for you.
Jeff, I told you how I feel about Mark Wahlberg. every movie of his, every time I see him, he looks like somebody just told him, "Look, don't get mad," right? You know that face when somebody tells you, "Look, don't get mad." It's like you already getting pissed off because you know you're gonna get mad about whatever they got to tell you. That's how he looks in every scene. I can't get over that.
And that's how he acts in just about every movie.
Thank you.
Like, dude, come on. Just switch it up a little bit. He's the same character. He's the same dude as he was in Invincible, as he is in The Departed, and every other non-comedy role. It's like, ugh. And he's a dude that has too much work. We need to make that a topic.
There's gotta be.
Movies. He's going to be my winner. Anyway, let's move on. So I've got another one. Sarah Michelle Gellar. She came out the box roaring, and I don't know what happened with her. She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it was the same deal with Jennifer Love Hewitt, where it was just like, this is going to be that thing that keeps her working forever. And for whatever reason, it didn't. And then she made that terrible choice to star in that Scooby-Doo film and its sequel, and I feel like that was it. And then she did a show with Robin Williams, and despite the great love for Robin Williams, even that show didn't make it. And it's like, you look at her thing, it's Buffy, and that's it. Yeah. So, and I liked her in Cruel Intentions. I'm a fan of hers. I thought she's really good at what she does, but yeah, she wasn't able to take that Buffy theme or Buffy platform and apply it to the big screen, which is weird considering some of the other people who become big stars. I have one last one, so let me go one more time. Chief, you got another one?
Let's go with her husband, the dude she married.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah. I think they became parents, really. I think that's why they felt they just wanted to be parents.
Maybe, but I mean, he was in the you used to see him all the time, and he was starting to come of age, you know what I mean? And then he just disappeared from sight. Like, he was like, I don't want to do it no more. And then that was it. You don't even hear from him.
You do hear from him. He's in Star Wars Rebels. He was Kanan.
No. I don't even. Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah.
It was a voiceover?
Yeah, he was one of the main characters.
Yeah, well, if that's hearing from somebody,
well, then
I'm a big star.
He's doing more recent stuff. He was in 24 for 2 seasons. I'm sorry, for 1 season, 2010. But yeah, man, I know he was in that terrible Shark Bait animated movie, which I hated. It's so terrible. And then he did a TV show called Freddy. What else? Yeah, his whole career is just weird. Because he was big in the 90s and early 2000s. And it's like, we go through his best stuff, and that was it. And he did She's All That. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Its sequel, Can't Hardly Wait. And then, poof, that's it for him. It's a wrap for Freddy.
Ooh, we missed
good choice.
Yeah.
Jace, you got another one?
Oh, man. Do I have another one? I'm going to go taking it back to That 70s Show. Ashton Kutcher.
Yo, James Corden just did a Drop the Mic with Ashton Kutcher. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go. Like, right after we finished recording, it was hilarious. I was going to send it to y'all, but it was money. Like, James Corden just lit into him for his terrible movie choices. It was he was joking on Valentine's Day, dudes, where's my car? It was money. So if you think
like the one he had with, like, there was the opposite of Justin Timberlake's one. It was like the one where it was
no strings attached.
Yeah. Oh man. Dude.
No, that was better than Justin Timberlake's version. Justin's sucked. Yeah,
I also threw Justin in this list, but we're gonna. Hey, everybody has their chance, but Ashton,
It was too much justice.
he left out of that 70 show, thought he was going to get that rocket ship, going to get that push, and it was like, nah, bro. It's not going to. Nobody's feeling it. That's just not going to happen.
I mean, are we thinking that Punk is the biggest thing he's done?
The butterfly effect? No.
Oh, gosh. There's only one.
Are you saying Butterfly Effect was bad?
Butterfly Effect is awesome. Not that movie, though.
Okay. I was going to say, whoa.
Shout out Volume 14. The only good thing he's done is Mila Kunis.
Hey, wait a minute. I think he won this list.
Yeah,
Done.
he won. All right, so moving on.
Freddie Prinze is pretty close, too. So.
Yeah, I think we're good. I'm good.
All right, Javon, you got one more?
Ryan Felipe.
Yo, you know what? I feel bad because I know from reading he was right up in that runner-up slot for the Hayden Christensen and Anakin Skywalker role, and I'm always in that kind of nagging shadow of doubt. Like, I wonder how he would have done in that, because I feel like Ryan Felipe was really good. Like, he was really, really good, and I'm always in my fan cast and like, I wonder what it would have been like with him. But go ahead and explain why he's on your list.
Wow, you got me intrigued because wouldn't he have been a little too old?
That was the thing. He was a little bit too old to play against Portman. And that's why, because it was one of those deals where it's like, well, can we make it work? But he was a little too old. And he had that kind of mature, he carried himself really mature and older. So that wasn't going to work for a teenager. And that was the main reason. He was just a tad too old.
Wait, because that was right after Cruel Intentions. That's why I was like so intriguing. Like, oh, yeah. So.
I say Ryan because it was another one of these guys that got a big push from Hollywood. He was in a lot of roles. We had a lot of roles at one point. He was getting offered, and they were putting money behind these roles. And he had some good movies that came out, movies that did well. Of course, Cruel Intentions with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Crash. What else? And like that 5-year span, 99 to 04. He was in a war movie. I can't think of what that war movie was.
Man, you have to be a lousy actor to have been around for like 5 years and be sort of it and not be in a war movie. Like, I think all these cats we've listed have been in at least one war movie.
At least one war picture. You got to.
Yo, I'm looking through. He had bad movies. So he did Company Man, The Way of the Gun, Antitrust, and Antitrust
sucked.
Gosh, that sucked.
Wait a minute. I'm going to slightly defend Antitrust.
You're only saying that because you like the chicks. That is it. That movie blew.
Again, slightly defend Antitrust. Didn't say it was a ringing endorsement. Just say slightly defend Antitrust.
I think he took a little backlash from cheating on Reese Witherspoon.
Really?
Think so?
Really?
I think.
Wow. Well, yeah, that happens because what's his name? Everybody made out, what's my boy, Will Arnett. He cheated on an old girl, and they made him out to be an old dog.
Right, he's in Shooter now. Will Arnett.
He's doing, it seems like he's doing right.
What'd you say? You don't get in trouble for cheating no more.
I don't know. I think what happens is if they like your wife,
you're in a doghouse.
You're going to take that hit.
You're going to take a L.
No, cheating becomes it's like bacon and eggs in the morning now. I can probably go downstairs and what's that?
It's like this. Like I agree to that when it comes to that Hollywood thing, right, Chief? Because let's say if George Clooney cheats on an old girl, who's really gonna bat an eyelash? Like when Brad Pitt cheated on what's her name, right? With Angie.
Mm-hmm.
We really
cheated on Jennifer.
No, he took some. They both took some heat for that.
They seriously took hit on that one because people were walking around with Team Aniston shirts.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like but Mr. and Mrs. Smith was not as big as it could have been because of that. Like, they took.
It was still a big time movie though. Come on now, it wasn't like it
wasn't like a $20 million flick. But
it was one of those curiosity deals. They wanted to see if they could spot that chemistry that led to him cheating. And so that's what happened with that one.
Right. But he didn't take a hit. His career just kept on chugging. He kept making movies, and he kept being
didn't.
America's
That's
heartthrob.
that's because everybody thought he was a heartthrob. It was like, well,
Right. But
I
it was,
think
like I said, it was him over her. You know what I mean?
I think it was a push.
Yeah.
The only person I remember taking a hit for cheating recently, like when I say a hit, I mean just ran through the mud. Because I mean, no matter what you do, somebody's gonna give their opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
But Tiki Barber, when Tiki Barber got caught cheating.
Oh wow,
I mean,
yeah.
But other than that, man, I mean, cheating, man. You can, each one of you could go down right now and just turn to your woman and be like, I cheated on you. She'll be like, I accept that. It's just that day and the age. I mean, it's cheating is cheating, man. It's just, I don't know. It's not like it used to be. It's it's community love out here. You know what I mean? And a lot of people got community genitals. I don't know. So it's, you know what I mean? So it is what it is nowadays. Like I hear somebody cheating on somebody, like these Hollywood types. That's what they do. You almost expect a Hollywood type to cheat. You know what I mean? Like everybody's mad at everybody's arguing at the Trumps. Trump, he cheated. But come on, let's be honest. What millionaire, billionaire doesn't?
Yes, indeed. All right, fellas. Well, that's everything we got on this one. I don't even have any nominees for Idiots of the Week outside of the Supergirl writers because they're just consistently disappointing me.
You're not even going to nominate a special envoy to the Korean Peninsula, Dennis Rodman?
No, absolutely not.
A chief diplomat in the Korean Peninsula, Dennis Rodman? Did anybody see that CNN interview, by the way?
Man, I can't waste my time, brain cells. I'll watch Supergirl.
If you can watch Supergirl, you can give 2 minutes to Dennis Rodman.
No,
that is hilarious.
No, I gave all my attention when this dude was running around in a wedding dress. I'm all Dennised out.
He never ceases to amaze me, man.
You know what? I do have a nominee. I do have one. Terrell Owens for deciding he's not going to attend the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Hey. I mean,
I've been lobbying for years to get in, but I ain't coming.
Isn't that typical Terrell Owens, though?
It really is. But, man, it's like that's the one time you got to nappy yourself. Just suck it up for the greater good.
You asking a fish not to swim right now.
Yeah.
No, that's when you be petty and actually say, you know what? We're nominating Roger Craig. Like, what the shit? But I thought I was in. Nah, man, you ain't in that shit.
I would, because I would definitely resend that. Oh, you know what? Word?
Oh, you can't even bother? It ain't even, like, there's some dudes who die before they get in this joint. Like, you want to be that asshole? Oh, yeah. You will sit out until your deathbed. Then we will call you the day after. Like,
no, I'll put him.
I'm going to call him the day after he's dead.
Oh, no. Hey, man. Oh, you dead? Oh, dog, I'm sorry. Hey, we're going to put you in the Hall of Fame this year. All right, man.
How is this conversation going if he's dead?
I put a mascot in.
That's where you leave a voicemail. Like,
who's checking the
dog, I heard you died today, man. Oh, damn, man. Hey, got some great news for you. You coming in the Hall of Fame this shit, we'll talk to your relatives and have them say something nice for you. All right, man. Take care.
I would have rescinded the invite and his nomination and nominated a kicker or something. A mascot.
Sebastian Janikowski's in.
Damn right, or a mascot. So you gonna embarrass me? Watch this. You can try to pull my pants down. Yeah, okay.
Man, that's literally like one of the Friends episode where Joey is like, I write my own lines. Oh, you write your own line? Hold on.
Y'all talking about T.O.?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing, ain't it? You complained about this thing for the longest time. They finally get you in. And he's a sucker, man. And I hated him when he was playing, and I hate him now.
Me too.
And I'm glad he's not showing up, because I don't want to see him. I hope they don't even mention this bitch ass. He's a hoe.
He is.
Crying and shit.
I will never forget that. That's my quarterback, man.
Yeah,
Trying to get his fire. You old hoe.
Man,
It's
I don't
doing push-ups in
understand
the
them, man.
driveway. This
Yeah,
white
man.
man talking for you like you a deaf mute.
Right. Yeah, he's just stupid, man. He was one of them. He was one of them joints, man. When you watch him talk and watch him do some of the things, you were embarrassed because you were black.
Yeah, like your lip curl. My lip would curl on purpose when he started talking. I couldn't help it. Just,
You know what I mean? Oh man, it's just like whenever you see a movie and the old butler comes up, grabs the little white girl, they start dancing down the steps. In the old black and white movies, and you're like, Hey, Mr. Jeffrey. Oh, okay. Come here, Lorraine. You know, that's how I always felt about T.O. Just.
But I sure can't stop dancing. Oh, slave. Get your ass out of here. Ugh. Man, that was the same thing Robin was doing. That CNN interview, please.
That's what he's doing right now.
It was a soft shoe. It was such a soft shoe. And he started them Dennis Rodman tears, boy. He cannot help himself. He's going to cry. You are 60 years old. You need to stop.
Because he had issues with his family back then, and they didn't love him, and now he wants you all to love him.
You need to go get help. No. Exactly.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna do this for you. All right, fellas. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody for listening.
When's this one coming up, man? I need some work. I need
Yo,
the podcast
you're stepping all over my exit. I mean, do you not hear me winding down? What? Come on. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This episode of Loud's Movie Files has been filed.